the rest of the story. As you can tell, I am back in the 7600, hauling in one of the last couple loads of corn into the bin before we're done out of Ryan's place, and before the bin is pretty well full, or at least to the point we're going to dry it down. By the time we do that and then get it transferred out between the rest of the empty storage we have, we can go ahead and finish up filling the drying bin one last time. We are actually doing better harvest-wise than we were last year. Last year, I just saw it on Facebook, we started corn last year the 21st of October, and seems how we're past the 21st, but we had already gone through and transferred everything over to that other bin before the 21st, and we are well on our way of filling up the drying bin the second time. By the time we got to the 21st, that we are doing a little bit better than we were last year. The big holdup is currently soybeans, and everybody knows how I feel about soybeans. But the current plan is, depending on how it all works out here, I'm planning on going out and cutting stalks yet tonight. The reason for that is they're saying we're going to start in on a 4 or 5 day stretch of wet weather in about 4 days here. And I don't want to just cut and make bales tonight or tomorrow of stuff we just combined, because the stalks still do have some moisture in them, and I don't want to risk causing the bales to mold and heat, and then you just have a big wad of cruddy bedding that the cattle want nothing to do with. So the goal is to go through tonight, cut everything for bedding that I can up to this point. It's not going to be everything we have to do for fodder, and then get it baled here probably in 3 days or so. Just think of it like making hay in the summer, just except we're doing it with fodder. I really don't want to go through and bale up that stuff that we first combined from how many weeks ago, for the simple fact that it's already decomposing to the point where you can definitely tell it's starting to rot, and the cattle really don't like that either. And I'm swerving all over the road here. The point of making corn fodder is mainly for bedding, but the reason we like to make quality corn fodder bedding is it does give the cattle some roughage that they'll chew through when you first feed it out, as opposed to just using it entirely for bedding. And you need about 200 of them. But last year, we're doing better than we were last year overall, everything. But last year, we made all of our fodder basically as it was raining. It was starting to rain, so the last third of our fodder bales, the quality really wasn't there that we were looking for. So the goal is, at least for the rest of tonight, before we go out and do fodder or start cutting stalks, which really shouldn't take long, I'm going to go through and get the combine serviced up and switched over for soybeans again. And maybe I should try to do a video on that, but it's not going to happen tonight. But I want to go through, get it greased up, fueled up, switched over for soybeans, and the plan is we're going to go out and try to cut beans again tomorrow. I do see that there are some guys that were cutting beans yesterday, but I also was being told that anybody that was running, they were coming out fairly tough. And I don't have any storage for my beans, neither does Ryan, and dropped one too many gears. I don't really want to harvest it too wet and send it down to the river and get docked on it. And everybody's asking if I'd ever get rid of the 7600. Well, not everybody, but it's a question I get asked every once in a while. It has just a hair over 7,700 hours on it. When I got it, it had 4,400 hours on it. And I put a large number of these hours in just the last 4 years. The first couple of years I had it, I was putting about 150 hours on it a year. And it was largely being used for cutting hay and hauling grain in the fall. Because those first couple of years, it was only used for 3 jobs. In the spring, it was used for pulling the disc. In the summer, it sat all summer on the disc bank. Never took it off. It was for cutting hay, and that's all we used it for. Because back when we were milking cows, we also had 9 other tractors to choose from to do other jobs. So it was very common that we didn't pull pins on the majority of our tractors, just for 2 or 3 of the chore tractors. A little bit of a complaint I do have about the 76. Maybe I should just do a pro and con video. Problem with doing a pro and con video is I don't have a whole lot against this tractor. I have a lot more pros than I do negatives about this tractor. Horsepower, which it already has significantly more than what it's supposed to. And weight. It is a little light on the back end. These wagons coming into this driveway here are definitely, they're a lot heavier now than what they were the other day. I'm definitely feeling these wagon loads pushing me up and down the highway. So a little bit more power and a little bit more weight so I can handle these wagons a little bit easier. Yes, brakes on the wagon would help. I'm working with what I got, and I don't have brakes on these wagons, or this wagon. About the worst part is right here. I stalled out twice before already. It's digging pretty good to get up the driveway. Alright, well, the big pros I do like about it, really quick, it's dependable. It doesn't give me very much trouble. I do know I am very much aware of the fact that in the remaining life that I'll have this tractor, it's more than likely going to need some transmission work. It's a 19-speed power shift. I've been using it quite heavily the last 4 years, 5 years. I went from putting 150 hours on it the first couple of years to putting 600 to 700 hours on it in a given year. The tractor's doing a lot of work. It's might sound silly, but this tractor is the backbone of this operation. It is the main go-to tractor. It is the main utility chore tractor in the summer. The 46, the 8235 hardly get turned on, hardly at all throughout the summer. I don't see getting rid of it. When we get up to even 10,000 hours, I won't be turned away from running this tractor. The only thing that would get me to really consider trading this tractor off or getting rid of it is if it starts to give me consistent issues on the mechanical side on a regular basis. So if I go from fixing something on the front end and then less than 6 months later something on the back end goes out, or tie rods for the engine, and I say I really don't want to think about it because it has been so reliable. But buying a second tractor to complement the 7600? Absolutely. We are in a position right now where we're not looking to get rid of any machinery, not looking to trade off this or any of the other tractors. We would be quite content to getting back to where we had another 2 or 3 available tractors that we could jump in and go. We would be doing more throughout the summer, like when we're cutting hay, raking, clearing pastures. When we have all 3 of us readily available, we could be doing something. Ideally, that's where we would like to be, where we have enough machinery that all 3 of us could be doing something, either if it's making hay and we each have our own equipment to do that, or if it's somebody's cultivating, somebody's cutting hay, somebody's cutting pastures. Depends on the time of year. Somebody's hauling corn, because we do sell to the feed store once in a while. And while big horsepower tractors such as 8235 can be used for that, that's a fairly large tractor, and we really don't want to have to take the duals off of it. We can, yes, but the first year we had it, we did take the duals off of it. It just seems a little excessive, you know. Yeah, overpowered is underrated, or too much power is underrated, however we used to say that. But you have to be a little bit more realistic too, and using an 8235 on a round baler or cutting hay, yeah, we could do it, but for the implements we're pulling right now, I'd almost be a little bit too worried, too concerned that that would cause a little bit more excess wear on some of our implements. I mean, we could put the 8235 on the disc spine. We really could. And I wouldn't be worried about tearing the disc spine up. But the tractor is so long, and for the fields we have currently and where we go with it, we'd be doing a lot of jockeying around trying to get into everywhere that you need to with it. And the 7600, it's not an overly long tractor, it's fairly compact. Not quite as much as the 7400 was, but this size tractor right here is something that we need at least one more of, and something else to complement it. You guys, if you've been watching my videos here lately, I've been saying that tractors that would complement this. First and foremost, a 7530. It's a very expensive tractor, but I'm just looking at what else I would look at to complement this machine, and it is literally anything from a 6420 with a loader, a 6430 with a loader, to a 7420, 7520. I really was interested in 7520s back when they first came out. Still would be, but the problem is it's hard to find any that aren't just run down. So I really don't want to buy somebody else's loader tractor either, especially when it has 6, 7, 8,000 hours on it, because you know that thing has been well used. 7530s on the top end. I mean, we have to expand in acres a little bit more, but no joke, being completely serious, 7830, 7930, on the high end, like a 7250R, depending on where everything ends up, you know. But those are something that I would definitely look at updating, trading this off too. If you're going to talk about me trading into something else, I could see me trading this off onto like a large frame 30 series or even like a 7000R, and making payments on the rest. Of course, you know, I'd put cash down on it too. That's my current thoughts on tractors. I mean, talk to me in a week, let me go window shop a little bit online, and I'll probably tell you something completely different next week. But they are currently waiting on me if I don't get this unloaded. So until next time, take care, take it easy, keep in touch. I will talk to you guys later.